Hey there, and welcome to Rip and Learn. I have a very weird story to tell you today. So I'm just going to do the face cam for just a second, and then we're going to go into editing, where I will tell you the story of what happened while I'm opening up this gigantic box from Costco. I'm going to only open one of them today. It's not that long of a story. It's like 7 minutes long. There's 6 white flares, 6 black bolts, which I haven't opened at all, so I'm very excited for that. And this is the Unova, so big, Unova Heavy Hitters Premium Collection. And I was able to get lucky on 2 of the Costco drops where you can order one for $100, but the order comes with 2 of these. So this has 12 packs, so you get 24 packs for $100. Bruh. And of white flare and black bolt, which I never even got black bolt when it came out because I couldn't find it anywhere. But I'm going to break this down. Again, I'm going to go ahead and start that voiceover, and I'm also going to intersperse some videos from my story that happened. It's very, very weird. So I'm curious to hear what your takes are. So enjoy. I have a story to tell you, and it may be potentially inspiring or paranormal, but it is definitely weird. I live next door to a washateria / laundromat or whatever, and this morning I went over to put my clothes in the wash, and then I set my timer for 23 minutes, and then I walked back, and I saw something extremely unusual. Like, I did a double take. It was a cardinal, and it was on the ground, and it was on the path to the front door. Now, I have 3 bird feeders, so the presence of a cardinal itself is not unusual. Like, we definitely get cardinals, but I've never seen one just on the ground, just chilling. Nothing obviously wrong with it. Like, I've never ever seen that, and we've lived here for like 6 years at this point. And then I slowly got closer to it, and it didn't move or react to me at all. And I got some pictures and videos from behind because I figured it would fly away when I got closer. And then I walked closer to it to try to sit on the stairs, going up to my porch. And when I moved around it, it didn't fly away. It didn't react. It wasn't scared at all. And so I sat on the stairs and just admired and watched the bird. We were looking at each other, whatever. I wasn't sure if it was hurt or if it needed energy or something. Nothing looked obviously wrong. Like, it looked totally fine. And again, we were just like looking at each other, and sometimes it would close its eyes like it was taking a little nap, but it would wake back up when it heard other birds and loud noises. So I wasn't sure. It didn't look like it got attacked or anything. It looked like it was just chilling. But the sleepiness, I was like, okay, I'm going to go over to my bird feeder, and I got some food out of it. And then I put it near the bird just in case it needed energy or was hungry, but it was not interested at all. And then I went inside the house to get a little bowl of water in case it wanted water. And I put it next to it, but then again, nothing. Like, it wasn't reacting, it was just chilling. And I sat there the whole time until my alarm went off. And then I went next door again to flip the laundry. And then when I came back, it was still there. And this time, though, when I got closer to it and sat on the stairs to sit on the stairs again, the bird flew away, which was just very weird. Like, very, very weird to me, this whole encounter. But it gets I would say it gets weirder. I'm not going to say it gets potentially weirder. I'm going to say it gets weirder. Because then, maybe 30 minutes later, I got an alert on my phone. And for context, my mom passed away in July of 2023 after a long sickness. The story is complicated, but her estate still isn't settled because she didn't have a will, and she had a house when she passed, but she literally was in there for like a week, so it's not something that she was like attached to necessarily. I mean, she was attached to the concept. Anyway, last month, my brother has been living there because he was living there when my mom died, and this estate situation's been taking a long time, so I like had him stay there in exchange for taking care of the house and whatever. And he moved out, so last month I went to El Paso, where the house is, and my rest of my family to secure the house, to put up security cameras, stuff like that. So one of the indoor ones, after I installed it, it kept glitching and it kept giving me notifications of person detected. And so that obviously scared me every time because there should have been nobody in the house. But every time that I looked at the video, there was nothing there. Not a single, like, nothing moved. There was no shadows. There was nothing. There was no, the way that the sun was coming in, there was nothing. And so I turned down the sensitivity a little bit, and I still kept getting these alarms. So I kept turning it down a little bit, whatever. Now, it is also worth noting that this camera that kept going off can be remotely adjusted. It has like a motor in it, so you can like move it and adjust it to up or down or left or right. And it keeps moving itself during the nighttime. Again, there's no one in the house. There's multiple cameras. There's nobody there. But the camera keeps moving itself. Not every night, but in the past 2 or so months that the cameras have been installed, it's moved itself probably at least 10 times, if not more. Where in the morning we'll wake up and be like, wait, why is the camera facing that way? Like, what is going on? Because there's nobody there. It's not like it's tracking somebody. Well, maybe it is, but it's not. There's not a human in there. So anyway, back to the alert on my phone. This was a different alert. This was a different notification that I'd never seen before. It said animal detected. Like, what? What? Out of all of the notifications, out of all the false alarms, all that stuff, the cameras have never given me that notification. And that's one of the cameras inside the house where definitely no humans or animals are. And then over the next maybe like 45 minutes or so, I got at least like 5 of these alerts that there's an animal detected. And then when I go into the app to look at those specific timestamps, there's nothing there. Just like when the camera was a person detected before I adjusted the settings, I would review that footage. I'm trying to make sure that the house is safe. What the heck, man? But yeah, there should be no animal. There's not like a little rat in it or anything. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing moving. And then to go one step further, my mom's birthday is tomorrow, and she would have been 60. So it's not the day of her birthday. Like, I know that. And this morning I was thinking about my brother. And I mean, like I said at the beginning, this could be paranormal. It could be a message from beyond, or it could not be. Who's to say? But I will say that between losing my mom 2.5 years ago and losing one of my 2 brothers to suicide in July, I do think that there's a line of communication to those who have passed. And maybe it's just wishful thinking, but my intuition says it's more than that. So all of that being said, really, really weird morning that I had. And I wanted to share that because it's just so weird. And so I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on the story and your philosophies and what you think about messages from like beyond our understanding. I'm just really curious. So yeah, that was the very weird event that I had this morning. And yeah, I'm curious to hear your take. So yeah, until then, we will see what happens next.